Nice to meet you. My name's Laura.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So I know that you fill out some forms. I just wanted to remind you that everything we talk about in these sessions is completely confidential. The only time that would change is if I felt that you were going to harm yourself or anyone else. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay, so why don't you start off by telling me kind of why you're here?
Well, I did not pass the drug test that I was doing at work.
Okay.
And, more or less I was suspended and they suggested I see a counselor. So
Okay. And how was that experience for you?
it was really scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my job.
Absolutely. Is there anyone who's kind of helping support you through this? Any friends or family?
I have a couple friends that are pretty supportive and my family is supportive. My husband doesn't want me to lose my job either.
Yeah. Kind of affects the whole family in that way.
Absolutely.
It sounds like you're pretty scared about losing your job. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me a little bit, what do you do for your job? You work for the railroad?
I do. I am a controller.
Okay. And how have things changed for you since the positive drug test?
Um, I've gotten pretty angry, pretty frustrated. I am terribly bored at home since I can't work, and then that makes me even more angry and frustrated.
Yeah. Okay. Besides the fear of losing your job, is there anything else that kind of scaring you, frightening you about that?
Well, I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about finances and being able to take care and support my family.
Okay, that makes sense. Kind of all related there.
Right.
So I just have some questions going through. Do you ever have any thoughts that you kind of can't get out of your head?
You know, the only one I really have is like, what am I gonna do if I do lose my job?
Yeah. Have you ever felt like your mind was playing tricks on you?
No, I've never felt like that. Sometimes I do have nightmares.
Okay. Do you have any trouble, do you wake up during the night because of those nightmares?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Do you have any trouble falling asleep?
No, not usually falling asleep, no.
Okay. Do you ever feel like someone is out to get you or harm you?
No.
Okay. Do you ever feel like you have so much energy you kind of can't sit still?
No.
Okay. Do you feel like you make decisions suddenly, or do you kind of take time to think them through? For example, if you go shopping for a big purchase, do you get it right away because you want it, or do you kind of take time to think about, the pros and cons?
I usually am pretty logical. I tend to think things through. There are occasions when I've been drinking and then I kind of make that kind of irresponsible purchase, but, I have.
Yeah, you kind of lose those inhibitions and that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I just had a question. Do you ever have any thoughts about harming yourself or anyone else?
No.
Okay, so no thoughts of suicide, anything that's happened since the drug test?
No.
Okay. So I know you filled out those questions beforehand, so I just wanted to go ahead and ask you a little bit about what your answers were. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so how much would you say that your low energy affects your day?
It affects it a lot. I mean, I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like I should be able to do the laundry and cook, and I know my husband would like me to, but I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get up and do those tasks.
Yeah.
Okay. And you kind of said on there that you sometimes feel agitated and irritable. When do you think that happens the most?
Well, I want to be able to feel like I have someone to talk to, and my husband gets home and then he won't talk to me, and then I'll try to call my kids between classes or something, and they won't answer, they won't text back, or they'll just say, I'll call you later, and they never do. So I just, yeah.
So having that frustration with wanting to talk to someone about your issues.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Absolutely. And so you said you had sometimes feelings of worthlessness and hopelessness. When do you think those feelings kind of began?
It was in high school. It was probably around my freshman or sophomore year.
Okay.
I would say.
And how do you think has it increased with the job loss, stayed the same? Or the job, I'm sorry, suspension?
Yeah, that's good. good job last time or last weekend.
Sorry.
No, and definitely when I got in trouble at work, it got worse.
Yeah, okay. So you indicated you've never had any inpatient or outpatient treatment, and no one in your family that you know of has ever had?
Not that I know of.
Okay, and then have you ever taken any, medication for psychiatric illness like anxiety or depression?
No.
Okay. So both your parents and your siblings are still alive. Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with them?
Well, I have a brother and a sister. I'm close with my sister.
Okay.
I don't really talk to my brother. My parents, I see, like at Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff. My mom and I are a lot alike, and so we tend to butt heads.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we don't talk a whole lot outside of holidays.
Okay, and your brother, do you have any, do you fight, or is it mostly, just see each other just because?
We just, yeah, I mean, he has his life, I have mine.
Okay.
We just don't talk.
Would you say your sister's pretty supportive of you?
I would say.
Okay. Okay. And when did you first move out of the house when you were younger?
It was right after high school, about 19.
Okay. And was that pretty amicable with your family?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we kind of look at your childhood and stuff like that just to get everything on file. So how do you think that you perform in school academically?
I was a good student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How about any behavior issues that come? No?
I did.
Okay. Would you say you had friends growing up?
A couple. I didn't have a lot of friends, but I had a couple. I was, kind of nervous, I guess, and I was bullied a little bit.
Okay.
When I was little.
Okay. And then how about now? Do you feel like you have good friends now?
A couple.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of friends.
Okay. You indicated the friends you do have, they're pretty supportive?
I feel like they have, yeah.
Okay, that's good. And then, so you're married and you have the 2 children that are in college.
Right.
How would you describe your relationship with your husband, Jim?
It was great, and now it's not so great. I feel like we don't really talk like we used to. Things are kind of tense around the house. Like I said, I mean, I know I should be doing more, and I just can't, and I think that makes him upset.
Okay. So you think that relationship kind of changed with the drug test?
I feel like it did.
Okay. And did you have any relationships before you met him?
No.
Significant ones? No?
No, I met him in high school. We were high school sweethearts.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay. And how was your relationship with your 2 children?
They don't really need their mom anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're in college. One's a senior and one is a sophomore.
Okay.
So they don't really need me anymore. And I mean, they have their lives, they're busy doing their thing, so.
Okay. Do you still talk to them or text them, email?
I try.
Yeah. Okay. And then looking at, you didn't really indicate you don't have any major physical health concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I belong to a gym, I just don't really go anymore.
Mm-hmm. And if that happens with the drug test also?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I just want to talk a little bit about your substance use. So just remember, everything's confidential. I won't be sharing this information with anyone. So I'm not here to judge. I'm just here, better information you give me, the better I can use it.
Okay.
So how often do you use marijuana?
A few times a week.
Okay.
I guess pretty much every weekend.
Okay. Do you use any other illegal substances?
No, just marijuana.
Okay. Do you drink alcohol?
Yes, I do. I guess a few times a week, and like most weekends.
Okay. Okay. Do you use any nicotine or tobacco?
No, I quit smoking 10 years ago.
Okay, great. Do you drink any caffeinated beverages?
I make a coffee in the morning.
Okay. So maybe like a cup a day, a couple of cups a day?
Right.
Okay. So how old were you when you first started using marijuana and alcohol?
Um, marijuana, it was college.
Okay.
When I first started drinking, I think I was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then does anyone else in your family have a history of alcohol or drug use? Your parents, your husband?
My parents drink. My husband drinks and smokes marijuana. Um, occasionally, I guess. My parents probably do have a drinking problem.
Okay. Just because of that kind of the amount you would see them drink, or?
Well, and I know that that's one of the first things that they do.
Mhm.
Um, and they always have, their glass of wine or something when I'm over there. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any friends who also use marijuana and drink?
Yes.
Do you kind of do that socially with them?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So do you think that's kind of your go-to, which
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that helps me, like, kind of level out.
Okay.
I think that's off everything else.
Yeah, okay. Has anyone ever told you that they think you might have a problem with drinking, or drugs?
Oh, well, I mean, not specifically, but my husband has told me that I need to quit smoking weed.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think his kind of motivator for that is? Why do you think is it new? Is it since the test?
Yeah, he's kind of blown up a couple times since then, because, but it helps me relax.
Okay.
So.
And when you say he blew up, what, like yelling? Is there any physical aggression?
No, he's never physical aggression.
Okay.
No, I know he's frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Frustrated, and he wants me to quit.
Okay. Does he have any plans to quit smoking as well?
He won't talk about that.
Yeah. Kind of focus on that issue about your job is the main.
Yeah, that's,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. And let's see, so I know your job's at risk. Have there been any other kind of consequences you faced for substance use? Any, DUIs, any relationship conflict?
I guess now with my husband, yeah.
Okay. And previously, do you feel like there was anything that was okay.
No.
All right, well, I really appreciate your honesty in answering these questions. I think, we can, definitely talk about some of these issues to hopefully, get some of those symptoms you've experienced, the worthlessness, the anxiety, kind of symptoms you've been experiencing. We can definitely discuss that. I appreciate you being honest with me. All right, thank you, Emily.